So how does HoneyAI perform? This is a question that I have seen a lot in the chat. First, we want to say that because we are from Spain, we started with the training of all the species from the Iberian Peninsula. This has been our work during the last 3 years. Of course, we have included more species from all around Europe. We are working on it, ASMA's working on it. We are doing collaborations. We know that we lack still of some species from some regions, not only in Europe, but all around the world. That's why we are open for collaborations. And of course, we will speed up. But what we want to show is that it's just a matter of data sets and time. Our system works. It has a very good performance. And if it's not yet validated in other countries, it's because we know that still we lack some species. It takes time. We are doing it. And we want to show what we have done until now to validate the accuracy. First is that we have been validated by the National Reference Public Lab in Spain. They have an expert in pollen analysis. They have been using our system during 5 months, analyzing all the samples that they receive for routine inspection controls. They have compared their values with our values. In fact, we have even trained models for them because, as Asma said, they are using a gelatin sample preparation protocol. And when you are using gelatin, for those that are familiar with pollen analysis, the brightness, the color, even the morphology of the pollen grains change. So we have created specific models for them. After 5 months of validation, the results have been satisfactory. Their experts have analyzed the samples, but also the University of Córdoba palynologists have analyzed the samples. So we did a small ring test between ASMA manual, the National Reference Lab, and University of Córdoba, and all of us agreed about the good and satisfactory results of pollen and AI. And now they have purchased the system and they are using the system for routine analysis. We have other 2 public labs in Spain from Galicia and from Canary Islands with the system. So if public labs are using it, the accuracy is good. Then I want to show you which is the validation, the accuracy that when you train a model, in our case, we have more than 400,000 images already from different honeys from Europe. We have in our data sets bubbles, because you have to teach the system to learn what is bubble and what is not. Starch, honeydew elements, what is not pollen, because sometimes there are some particles that seem pollen, but they are not. Unfocused pollen and pollen total. Okay, so what we do is we train the models, but we don't train the models with 100% of those images. We train with 85% of that images, but we keep the other percentage to validate, to check which is the accuracy. And this is the accuracy that we got. Okay, here you can see that I receive very often the question of which accuracy do you have? This is not an easy question to answer because accuracy depends a lot on the type of honey sample that we have. If we have honey that is 100% Elianthus annus, like sunflower, accuracy would be probably 100%. But if we are checking other types of species in which the system can sometimes have errors with other species, then it could decrease. But we are always above 90%, okay? Also, what I want to explain here is that we are not the only ones using AI. I don't know if you attendees are using ChatGPT, but I think that you can honestly think that AI nowadays is working very well. Accuracy is very good. AI models are not like 10 years before. The accuracy is good. We are not the only ones using AI. AI works. Big labs are also using it. They are publicly explaining that they are using AI. They have already the same systems that we have, but they are using in their labs, maybe as a help, okay, but still the accuracy is good. Otherwise, they would not use it. what we are doing it is to democratize the technique. So everybody can use it in their own as a quality check, maybe not for trading. We are not an accredited lab, but our system is very affordable and very easy to use. And I want to invite Sunil and Manohar. They are from Aculab's laboratory. They are based in Emirates, and they are using our system to be able to analyze their honeys. We have been training the system, and they will explain to you how is our collaboration and yeah, how it works. Okay, so yeah, the floor is yours. Sunil and Manohar, you can share your
Yes,
screen.
can you see us?
We can see you, and now I need you that you share your screen.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Hello. Thank you, Rashay, for the introduction. Hello, all. I'm gonna just share my screen. Just a minute. Can you see my screen?
Perfect. We can see your screen and we can see you and hear you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So we are Aculab's testing and consulting services. We are based in Abu Dhabi. I would say we are the first dedicated honey testing laboratory in GCC. So we've been in the operation for about 15 months. And I'm going to briefly discuss about what we do in general. Just a minute. My main background is in Manuka honey testing from New Zealand. So I've worked with the honey industry for about 15 years, mostly in analytical chemistry, research and development, and as well as the process optimization. And then I came to UAE in 2020 and worked with the government testing laboratory for about 5 years. Mostly I'm working with the local honeys in the UAE, summer honey and southern honey. I would say our main expertise is in discovery of bioactive compounds and as well as testing honey for purity, authenticity, and quality. And my colleague Manohar also joined Aculabs from New Zealand, and Manohar has got wealth of experience in both analytical chemistry, microbiology, and as well as molecular biology. And Manohar also worked in the Manuka honey industry for a number of years and dairy industry. We set up this lab in general for all the testing, including LCMS, GCMS, ICP-MS, and we test all the safety parameters, quality parameters. But I would say our main biggest challenge is obviously the authenticity of honey. When we say authenticity of honey, we look at both the nectar profile and as well as pollen profile. And that's when I think our leadership team kind of asked us to approach HoneyAI because we know that the traditional way of counting pollens, it's quite, it takes a lot of time and also you need a lot of expertise as well. So, and then we started this HoneyAI collaboration for about a few months now, and we've been validating the system for about last 2 months. I would probably Manohar will briefly explain about our experience about HoneyAI.
Thank you, Sunil, and also thanks for all the talks that has been done, including Russia, Edward, Asma, and everyone. When it comes to the experience, the instrument came in as Russia and Edward, Asma said. Their help was great through the installation. It was very quick. We just had our computer. Installation is done through online. So it is like a very user friendly. I can just say one word in the starting itself. We heard so much saying that it is like a one-stop shop. That means you will go buy everything in one shop. Definitely, this app will be exactly suitable to the HoneyAI. It is like a one-stop testing. Basically, honey industry looks for pollen grains. Yes, it does. And also color, it is doing. and also crystals it is doing. And also it is had an advantage of doing nosema, which is for bee health. And also it is very good with the conductivity also. We tested all the parameters we were assigned with our leadership. And our interest was mainly focusing on the pollen grains of the cedar qualification, classification, summer honey, which is like called as Bacilla tortilis, and also Guff honey, that is Prosophis. And we are presently doing with mangrove honey also as Avicennia marina. Yeah, with experience, just we followed initially with their sample procedure as explained by Asma. And we came to know that we have to adapt ourselves to our samples and how we can improve the quality and the imaging. So when it happened, I went back to the processing of how the honey was extracted from the field and got into the lab. And then I optimized as per the regulations of HoneyAI because I need my quality data. Then we optimized using acidified water and having some temperature controls. So to remove the dirt that is coming from the field, means like the honey extraction that is being there. Then we were very happy and we optimized the procedure technique. So, and also we optimized the procedure technique, including the density of the pollen. Because as a testing commercial laboratory, we need to be very uniform and we need to take account into all the aspects where we can go for accreditation in the long run. So we wanted to have a well-established method. And so we focused mainly more on the sampling procedure first, because the preparation makes a good slide and a good slides give you a good data. So with that aim, we went in and we had achieved a lot, and with a great help from the back from all the quarters of HoneyAI expertise and also from our collaboration and from our senior management, they allowed me to have a free hand, and that's great. And with the analysis, we had like say what the process I did is we went first a traditional way and a manual microscopy. Traditionally, we cropped with a staining technique, and we had that images in comparison, which is traditional. And we did like say around for each one, like 3,000 images are there.
So total.
For each species. And then we had again, because HoneyAI uses non-staining technique. So we had also taken that into account and manually with manual microscope, we add the images again, the same number of quantity. Then HoneyAI has cropped and sent the images for the classification to verify these are the correct pollens or not. So we had to do our due diligence in this case. If you can identify a correct one and the background work like Edward, Aresha, Asma, they did their job, and we are now experiencing 95% of accuracy in some of like say all the three honey types. Like especially with cedar, we are very happy and we are getting like 95%, and our next target will be around say we want to have a subspecies level. And each qualification, like each classification, if you take like 60 minutes means your density of pollen is very good in the sample. And if it is taking more than 120 minutes means your sample preparation and your pollen density is pretty much less. So that indicates you need to optimize your method first. So that's why we took a bit time in the initial stages to come within a good answer at the HoneyAI. And frankly saying, it did reduce a lot of time, like a manual counting. I am not doing now because only the thing I do is validating now, which is very good, like how much happy I can feel that way. Because sitting under a microscope for like, say, n number of hours, and again recounting the same pollens and again. So that's level is done. That's good. Actually, I felt very happy when it came in. And thanks to Sunil and my higher management for going through this technology. And I can use like one word. My management and my higher management, they love technology. That is for sure. So they gave this opportunity and I utilized it to the perfection. And I'm very happy for that, for this opportunity. And next I wanted to say is color. Really, to be very frank, color in honey industry is very difficult part.
Especially for Manuka.
For Manuka honey, because I come from New Zealand and I see here the difference in honey because of the temperature, geographical natures, and the condition changes. Most of the honey from New Zealand comes as a creamed honey. Say it might be a geographical nature and it can be a temperature impact and it can be a process technology that the New Zealand is adapted. And because Manuka honey is so good in that and it has its mark in the world. Yes, but still when it comes to the coloring, we have to go through a process called as take the sample, mix, homogenize, go for a centrifuge, and then the bubbles and all those things. Yes, but here we took a slide, put the honey, put it into it, and your result is there based on the color, background color, RBG ratio. That's it. So I felt very happy when I did see the amount of time on the sample preparation and the amount of time you are just getting the result now. And that changed my perception. Okay, we can have this one, we can use it to very well. Then we wanted to go for now, our focus is cells, yeast cells and crystallization. So we are now in a process of like by taking the help of Irashia and the suggestions from Edward and everyone, we wanted to try for yeast cell preparations and do a staining technique and do a manual first, and then send the crops to HoneyAI, and then from there we want to carry on like a very good validation process. At the same time, we are doing it with crystals also. And we are, as of now, we are happy because we are using all the parameters they have provided to us, and we are requesting extra also, which makes very happy for at the end of the day, as an end user, my time is saved and my results are faster.
So I think to give you guys a comparison, before HoneyAI, I think we used to spend at least 2 days approximately just for one sample pollen count. And now I think with HoneyAI, we are kind of analyzing 2 to 3 samples a day. And I think with the automation, as Irashe suggested, with the number of slides, if it can, goes on overnight, I think it's brilliant. Especially it really helps us as a honey testing lab. We do get a lot of samples for pollen test. And usually pollen result is the last result we report because it takes a lot of time. And that's actually a lot of, stress, obviously, a lot of things for us to report results with accuracy. I think, this automation really helps us. So we are happy with its performance.
And the other thing to add is like, if everything goes good and we are in a collaboration anyway, we want to do it like a subspecies level as it takes. So the idea will increase more. As of now, AI is super. For me, it is very good.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunil. Thank you, Manohar, for your nice words. I just wanted to point out about the yeast. The idea that Sunil and Manohar that they have is that with the system, because we currently do it already with beer and wine, we can also not only count yeast as a total, but also to be able to discriminate between dead and alive. Yeah. Because here in Europe, most of honey packers, they don't care about that because they pasteurize. So I would say that all yeast is dead. Also, we don't have problems with moisture here in Europe, but because they are related with the Manuka market and also with cedar honey market, the moisture is higher. And they have problems with yeast. So the idea is that is after the pollen analysis, we see that the concentration of yeast is high and the moisture they can measure also that is above 17%. Just putting some stain like methylene blue or violet into the solution, like even without centrifugation, just grab the honey, dilute, put the stain, and place in a volumetric chamber, like an Neubauer but adapted, with the system in only 7 minutes, even less, we can tell you which is the percentage of cells that are alive. If they are dead, no problem. But if they are alive, then you have a problem with packing. So sampling protocol is super easy, super fast, and we can provide very fast and reliable results without any need to do cultivation media. So yeah, I think that in few weeks we will have that, and hope Manohar can help us because he's microbiologist. So hope he can help us to validate that the accuracy is good. Yeah, thank you. I will.
Thank you.
I will stop sharing your screen. I will share mine again. And yeah. Next question, I think, for those that are thinking about to buy or not to buy, it is worth investing in HoneyAI for those honey packers, cooperatives, associations, for all of you that you think that the system could be helpful for you. And yeah, I want to invite here one of our clients, one of our oldest clients, Elena and Gabriel from Apirrom. And
Hello.
they will explain now.
Hello. I'm Elena. I'm from Apirrom. We have a short presentation for you. Just let me share it with you. Share content. No. Presentation. You see it now? Our presentation?
Yes, perfect. Perfect.
Okay, let me just update it. So, thank you for inviting us. We are very glad to participate in this project. We work with the systems for many years now. We are a company from Romania. We are located in east of Romania. Our main business is honey processing. We buy and processing and packaging and sell the honey. We are also certificated for different certification like IFS, ECO, Halal for all our customers, but also for giving proof of our qualities. We are processing over 10 assortments of honey. Main assortments are polyflower, linden, acacia, but we also have some specials like sunflower, like coriander, like rapeseed, like raspberry, and we use the system for reading the pollen and identifying these specials. We are buying the honey from Romania, but not just Romania. We have over 1,000 partners, beekeepers. We deliver the honey in 8 countries, mainly in Europe. We cover the Romanian market, and we also have private labels. We, of course, we have our own laboratory. And we, let me see just a little bit that I have. Okay, let me see. We have our own laboratory, and we make analysis for organoleptic, of course, physicochemical, antibiotics, and pesticides. Each unit is subject to a multi-level laboratory quality control system. Also, we have external analysis for GMO, for NMR analysis that we cannot done. Let me see next slide. No, doesn't work. Next slide. So here are the equipment in our laboratory. The equipment helped us and continue to help us in our daily activities by reading the pollen from linden, rapeseed, sunflower, coriander. The benefit of using the system is saving reading time, and then we can organize more in laboratories, in our daily laboratories activities, reducing errors. It's very important by clearly identify the granules of pollen for each assortment. It provides the identification of new pollen species, complementing manual work because we also have a microscope that we are reading manually, but we well, we are able to read just the basic species like linden, rapeseed, acacia, and the equipment has come to complement it with new species. Where we did not succeed, HoneyAI succeeded very good because, for example, for raspberry, we couldn't read so we couldn't properly identify the pollen. So the HoneyAI was very helpful for us. We are aware that the future of the pollen reading will be the use of the system. We will continue to use it and look forward to the addition of new species to the database. Just not forget that we started with 6 or 8 types of pollen and now over 100. So it's very, very good. It's saving time, completing manual work, and facilitating the identification of new species are sufficient arguments in using the system. The equipment supports daily work and it's a long-term evolution. I also saw the Intertech webinar and I saw that they also using IE. So we are very proud in participating and using the system. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Elena. And that's true. When we started the collaboration with Apizrom, I think that it was only 10 pollen species trained.
Yes.
And then, 3 years after, we are 110, and with a lot of functionalities already added. So I will share my screen again. Thank you very much.
Thank you also.
Again. And we're about to end. I just want